We've got new cards, and some of these are a little bit spicy. This is definitely not my second take. All right, let's jump into some of these brand new, incredible, amazing Madolche supports we've got, surely. First of all, we got the imported Lidl cards. Dandy White Lion, Pendulum Witch. That's Pendulum Sorcerer's wife canonically, just saying. Code of Soul. I think this card's actually good. But I haven't read it in a while. But I know that this thing is like actually okay. And then we got the Zark Synchro Universe as well. Which is, I mean, maybe it could have been relevant a little bit sooner. But nah, probably not. Anyway, here's your imports for the Legacy of Destruction box opening. Next up, we've got a bunch of new Light and Darkness-esque monsters. We've got Dark End Dragon. I don't know who Light End is supposed to be. Is there a Light End Dragon? I know there's a Dark End Dragon. There's also a new main deck. Just a bunch of new main deck supports for Fusion, Light and Darkness, Dragon style. I don't know. Let's have a read. We got Light and Darkness, Dragon Lord, the Fusion. I guess we'll read him last because it kind of makes sense with these things here. We got Light End Sublimation Dragon, a level 8 Light Dragon. 26/20 you can lose your first, second, and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. Banish a level 8 dragon from your extra deck. Special summon this card from your hand. You can't special summon for the rest of this turn except dragons. Oh, would you look at that? You're unable to make I can't summon my dragons. I can only summon dragons, rather. I can think of a deck that doesn't care about only being locked into dragons. During your main phase, summon a fusion from your extra using monsters in your hand or field as materials. Well, polymerization on legs is pretty okay, but not a quick effect, and also doesn't really seem to do much else, because we are going to reduce our opponent's attack by... Sorry, you can reduce his attack by 500, and then your opponent's monster loses 1500 attack. Batches! That's just incredible, isn't it? Wow, holy battle. Attack manipulation? Fantastic. Good stuff, honestly. All right, so the biggest thing that I'm like guessing or looking at, or that comes to my mind here, is it's a level 8 extender for 8-axis Dragon OTK Numeron Dragon Man. That's like basically all I'm really seeing here, unless you're actually trying to turbo into this fusion monster, which we'll get to into a second. Then we've got Dark End Evaporation. 26/21, you can lose the first second once per turn, banish level 8, and it summons itself the exact same way the other one does by removing from the extra deck. And you're locked into Dargans. Oh no! Activate one of its effects, you can fusion summon as well as the other one. Does the same thing. However, it's got a decent other effect here, which is target one other attack position monster. This loses 500 attack and defense, and then if it does, destroy that target. So this is pretty crazy for picking apart fields going second, because you can just banish a level 8 from your extra deck, special summon it, make it lose 500, you can just force out an attack position monster that your opponent has, which they probably do. So, overall, these two guys together, extenders as level 8s, and that's kind of it. This guy definitely kind of sucks, I'm not going to lie. But the dark one is pretty damn good. I don't know what you're really going to be playing it in, though. That's the issue. Let's see what this other low-level normal summon does. Level 3 Wind Dragon. Maybe it's normal summon, right? Okay, let's just read it. 14/19. You can only use the first, second, and third of this card's name each once per turn. If you special summon a level 5 or higher Dargan, special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summoned, you can make its attribute and level become one of your banished Dargan monsters. So, the idea here is that you 2-card combo this with one of these guys, you banish a specific level 8 dragon, and then you can basically manipulate its attribute and also make it an 8, which is like okay, because you can keep exceeding with this, and maybe the attribute stuff is relevant for fusion plays, but an extender that goes well with these. Now, this is sent to the graveyard. Target a dragon you control that gains 1,000. What did we decide that this was going to be, like Tachyon OTK stuff or something, and that's like kind of what you're just doing? Are we playing? Are we get Tachyon OTKs? And then finally, we've got a spell card, the Dragon's Glory of Light and Dark. Activate one of these effects, you can use the effect once per turn. Shuffle a level 8 dragon from your hand into the deck, and if you do, add a level 8 dragon with a different attribute from your deck to your hand, which is a really bad Rota. Yeah, it's -1 Rota. Target a dragon you control, it gains attack equal to its level times 200. Well, I guess what it really is that you can use all three effects. One of the three effects, depending on the situation. So all of them are pretty mid. But, you know, you have the option to use them depending on the situation. So it's really versatile, but I don't think very good. Because when a card or effect is activated, targets a dragon you control, negate. Targeting, protection, it's okay. Like, you're really going to be putting this in your deck? Are you going to be putting this in your deck? I don't know. Let's read the fusion. Light and Darkness Dragon Lord. 10 Light Dragon Fusion. Level 8 Light Dragon. Level 8 Dark Dragon. Well, very clearly was designed or intended to be made with this guy. However, that is a very interesting requirement because I can think of Light and Dark Dragon level 8 monsters that are part of a fusion deck. Oh yeah, that's right, branded. Maybe they are actually going to be playing this with just a simple branded fusion. While this card is face up on the field, this is also a dark attribute. Once per chain, when a spell trap or monster effect is activated, quick effect, this card loses exactly 1,000, and if it does negate the activation. It's kind of weird that they made him lose 1,000, because what they really did was they made it slightly bigger than Light and Darkness Dragon, so that I guess at the start it's bigger, but it loses more attack, so you still get the same amount of negates, which is, I think, 3.5? You don't get 3.5 negates. It depends, you know, if you ask a judge, they might allow you to half negate a card, depending on if they like it or not, but you get 3 negates off of it. Wait, Light and Darkness negates 4 times? No, it doesn't! Am I going crazy? 28? I'm getting one guide. I'm getting one guide, dude! It's 3 I did this calculation earlier. Gonna ban him. Ban him. Ban him. Ban him! Where is he? I can't find him. I'm blind. Anyway, most important thing to note here is that it's mandatory, which is probably the most relevant part here. Just like Light and Darkness Dragon, but I guess that was intended. If this card is destroyed by your opponent, target a Dargon in your grave and special summon it. I think that does exactly the same thing as Light and Darkness Dragon. Okay, cool. So you have an extra deck Light and Darkness Dragon. Let me tell you something. If those weirdo branded players can find a way to consistently summon this without, like, expending all of their resources, this thing could be kind of freaking crazy. I'm just saying. This thing feels like it could have a lot of potential to it. All right, let's keep going. TCG World Premieres. We've got Krishnerd Witch. Nerd. Okay, level 4 light spellcaster, 18, cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects while multi-universe is on the field. Why didn't they just call it multiverse? You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. If a card in the field zone leaves the field by card effect, special summon this card from your hand. Free special summon extender when you activate Vidos and destroy a field spell. That's the entire gimmick of that deck, right? Maybe you'll be playing this as a staple Ashen card. When a field spell that is already face up on the field activates its effect, you can shuffle one of your monsters that is banished from your graveyard into the deck, or if that monster mentions that field spell, special summon it instead. What are you using this in? What do we use this in? I don't know what you use this in. Like, it doesn't really seem that good in Ashen. I don't, it doesn't, yeah. Dream Mirrors. Nothing, okay. Doesn't feel great. Earthbound. Field spell support for a field spell deck at some point in the future will abuse her. Surely. Jungle Dweller. Cannot be normal to summon a set, must be summoned by card effect. While there are 2 cards in the field zones, your opponent can't target this. You can only use the following effects once per turn. Banish a light and a dark from your grave, special summon it. There you go. Blackluster Soldier is back. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card, shuffle up to 2 of your field spells from your graveyard or banishment into the... by the way, I can't get over this. Can I can't get over this. Shuffle 2 of your field spells from your graveyard or banishment. Like, that just doesn't, like, it still doesn't grammatically make any sense to me. Like, that's not how that word should be used. It still triggers me. Anyway, into the deck, then you can destroy up to that many cards your opponent controls. 2 field spells from your grave. So it's or banishment, right? So it isn't and or, which means you're basically, it has to be both from the same location. Correct me if I'm wrong. I just don't really know what this is being used in, honestly. Light, it's easy to summon, I guess. It just feels very mid. Recycle chicken game. Yeah, recycle chicken game in pseudo space. That's what we're doing with it. Okay. And here's another field spell. It's multi-universe. Activate only if you do not control a face-up card in your field zone. You can target a field spell that is banished on your graveyard. Destroy this card if you do place the targeted card face-up in your field zone. You can only use this effect once per turn. If a card in the field zone is destroyed by card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Okay, so recycling your field spells, and you can banish protect field spells. I feel like it's just one of those cards where it's like, okay, right? Like, this is fine. But what, would you ever put this in your deck list? I don't know what for. Like, what are you really playing this over any other card for? It doesn't really feel like it's going to help you extend your plays. It doesn't help you start your plays. It needs a little bit of setup to recycle and, you know, I guess, maybe. Yeah, I think Ancient Fairy Dragon shenanigans might maybe be the only real use of this. So someone will probably potentially break this, surely. All right. A Valmonica Link monster. Bottom left, bottom right, and 3,000 attack. Unaffected by non-Valmonica card effects while you've got 6 resonance counters on cards you control. Question. Did we agree that this was easy to, like, fulfill? Having 6 resonance counters? Is this, like, can like a 1-card combo get to this girl? Because if so, that's kind of fucking crazy for, like, just a Link 2 that just has, like, a Towers effect, you know? Like, that's kind of nuts. Alright, there's only one person I trust here on Valmonica's, and it's Ray. So, is this card good or bad, Ray? It doesn't seem terrible, I'm not gonna lie. This feels like it's kind of decent. Unfortunately, it has Valmonica in the name. Oh no! It's 2-card combos to make 3 counters. Yikes. For each level 4 of Valmonica you control, this card gains 1 additional attack during each battle phase. Once per turn, when your opponent would special summon a monster, you can negate the summon and destroy that monster, then remove 3 resonance counters from your field. I mean, that's kind of crazy, right? That is not a hard once per turn. I don't know if Valmonica is popping off so much to the point that they're creating 6 resonance counters and setting up 2 Link 2's turn 1 that are both unaffected boss monsters that solemn warning your opponent. But, you know, kind of crazy, kind of nuts. However, I don't think you're going to be able to, like, summon this that easily, apparently. So, yeah. Not bad, but not quite what Valmonica probably needed. All right. Can someone link me the video, by the way? There's, like, an official, like, stream that Konami did revealing this where they actually showed, like, the combo for this. But we've got new Madolche cards. Let's leave the best till last, of course. We've got Madolche Xyz is a new trap card, easily searchable from Salon, and potentially other ways as well, if hopefully these new cards actually do some searching. Madolche Xyz is a normal trap that you can only use 1 effect of the name per turn and only once that turn. Target 2 effect monsters on the field, including at least 1 Madolche. Return those effect monsters to the hand or extra, and then special Madolche from your hand or extra with attack equal to or less than the returned monster's total original attack. Okay, so compulsory evacuation device. Target your opponent's effect monster, your Madolche, spin it away, and then bring back one of the other Madolches. Potentially this one. But I don't think there's actually any Madolches that do anything just on summon from the extra deck, right? But still, searchable compulse, pretty damn good. If a Madolche is returned from your grave to the deck or extra while this is in your grave, attach this card to 1 XC you control. Now, this was almost insane because you would be able to reattach it onto the new XC, but that doesn't really work that way because unfortunately it's 1 effect per turn. So you'd have to, like, put this in the graveyard and then do that, which doesn't really make sense. Why would you do that? So that kind of is not that great, but hey, listen, they get a searchable compulse if you really need that in the metagame. This is big, though. A new Link 3 monster, which, by the way, is a beast. Very important. Can you think of why beasts are good? Okay, 2+ effect monsters, including a Madolche. Link 3, can use first and second effect once per turn. This card is Link summoned, add a Madolche card from deck to the hand. That's any Madolche card. Monster, spell, trap, chateau, ticket, whatever you need. Or whatever you're missing. If this card is Link summoned, add any Madolche card. You can target a monster in your graveyard. Cost. You cannot activate non-Madolche monster effects for the rest of this turn. Which is probably fine by the time you get to this. Because you've most likely already used your Verniselfs and any sort of hand traps or other monster effects to deal with, you know, your opponent's shenanigans as you are playing, going into a field or whatever. Or into hand traps. So that's probably not that bad of a lock. I mean, Petting Cessor locks you into Madolches for the special summon or the rest. Oh, from activated effects for the rest of the turn, I think. Petting Cessor has some kind of crazy lock, but it's not relevant because the Madolche monsters kind of do enough anyway. Special summon a Madolche monster from your hand, and if you do, shuffle the target into the deck. So Extender, which you can summon with Vernisolfs, which all spam the field. And if you can activate all of your Vernisolfs and special summon back Madolches to make this, going into this, then add level 4, special summon it, and then maybe you can keep going here. I don't know if that's really like... it's a Link 3, by the way, which is very important to note. So not quite Sistart level of broken, but still. Link monster that adds from deck! Not exactly the most creative card. I mean, it's kind of cool still. Okay, this is it. This is what you're waiting for. Queen Madolche Tiara Fraise Madolche Queen Tiara Fraise. 26, 25. Earth rank 5 Xyz effect monster. 3 level 5 Madolche monsters. Once per turn, you can Xyz Queen Tiara Fraise by using Queen Tiramisu as a monster you control. You're allowed to rank this up using Tiramisu. So thankfully, this is actually not what you require. No one here was actually going to overlay 3 pudding cesses. That just, unfortunately, that's not the play that you were supposed to go for. So basically, this is just 2 level 4 monsters. Now, once per opponent's turn, quick effect, detach a material from this card, target up to 2 Madolche cards in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, and then shuffle up to that many cards your opponent controls into the deck. They made a quick effect Tiramisu. You know what's funny? They didn't power creep Tiramisu, because you still need to play Tiramisu, which is really funny. Because, you need her for on your turn. But on your opponent's turn, it's a quick effect Tiramisu. Non-targeting shuffle. The best, most broken removal in the game. The only thing that beats that is unaffected monsters and cards, etc. So this is absolutely crazy and busted. And the bonus effect of this card in your possession is destroyed by your opponent's hand's grave, return it to the extra deck. That's not really a relevant card. I wish they did something else with this. But, listen, I'm not trying to complain here. Not trying to complain. This is what we're here for. This is the party. This is the meat and the bones. This is what you're looking for. Quick effect, Madolche Tiramisu on the opponent's turn. Absolutely crazy. Okay, so, overall... Let me just see if I can find the video really quick. It's probably in my history. Give me a sec. YouTube. Infinite Forbidden Reveal. There it is. Okay, they showed this on the official reveal here. This is how this works. 2-card combo. Alright, let's 2-time speed this. Alright, show me some Shokans here. Alright, Chateau plus Mageline, is it? Activate Chateau. Normal summon Mageline. Mageline effect. Get Cessor. Cessor special summon. Cessor effect special summon Angeli. Angeli tribute, get Hootcake. Hootcoca, banish. Special Gelato. Gelato, spell and trap, get Salon. This is a 1-card combo, by the way. Well, technically 2 cards. I don't know if the Chateau actually comes up, to be fair. I think it's just there to recycle. But anyway, activating the Link 3 here to add the Gelato, special summoning out the hand by shuffling back from the graveyard, triggering the Gelato, and triggering the Salon to get both trap cards. And there's a Tiramisu, which you rank up into the brand new Fresmisu. And yeah, there it is. You didn't need the Chateau for this. It is a 1-card combo, I'm pretty sure. But there it is. You end on a quick effect Tiramisu with a live graveyard, which is important because remember you can't activate the Tiramisu if you do not have Madolches in your graveyard already to shuffle. So you get two spins, a negate, and a compulse for your opponent's turn, and you can special back a monster from here. Now I don't think there's anything you can special on your opponent's turn from your extra deck that's actually relevant. I was thinking you could go Tiramisu. Sorry, not Tiramisu. You could get Teacher when you bounce away the Frez, and then you bring back Teacher, and then you can use, I think, the Grave effect of the Impermanence to then attach onto your Teacher. However, this isn't a hard once per turn, so you'd probably do that anyway. I don't think that works, but if it does, it's even crazier. All right, there's your Madolche support there. Could you believe that this is the deck that is getting the support that people have asked for? For how long? 2012 this deck was first printed. Where's Burning Abyss support? Where's Burning Abyss support? Burning Abyss support, please. Okay. I'm going to give you a hot take that I think people would maybe disagree with here. This is my hot take. My hot take. Madolche needed an extender. These are all insane. These are really good. The trap card's probably the worst one, but it's still a good card. But I would have preferred a main deck monster extender. That would have been really good for the deck. Because right now, the deck, if you want to keep playing through anything, heavily relies on Vernisolf. I mean, you know, do you really want to rely on I mean, they're fine, but listen. I think a main deck extender monster would have been insane. And actually crazy. Because I think that's one of the biggest issues with Madolche is that it's really good playing into fields and shuffling and spinning cards. However, if your opponent knows where to stop you on like a clutch hootcake or something, for example, it can get pretty rough. Anyway, that's your cards. Post your thoughts and stuff and discussion points in the comment section and tell us if I'm missing something with the new TCG World Premieres. Because I would really love to know if those cards actually do anything relevant. Because that's really important. Oh, literally live right now, we're getting new World Premieres. Sorry, we've literally just missed some. Okay, here we go. There's more. Don't sign off just yet. Okay, we've got Pyrite Knight, Battle Guard support. Oh, is this like generic warrior stuff? Warrock incoming? Please. Level 5 Earth Warrior. If this card is in your hand or grave, target a warrior, earth or fire. Except Pyrite, return it, and then special this. Then special a Pyrite token to your opponent's field. During the battle phase, special a warrior from... This is literally Warrock support, by the way. Special summon a warrior from your hand. Wait, this is, like, actually good in Warrock. I'm not even trolling. Right? Target a warrior. Returning it's kind of ass, though. It doesn't really... what is it? It doesn't actually do that much, though. Like, what are you actually doing? You're just trading out a guy and then summoning the same guy, but you give your opponent a token. Am I missing something here? I guess we'll have to read the new cards. Battle Guard Echoes. When this card is activated, add a level 5 Earth Warrior from the deck to your hand, then discard a card. Once per turn, if a monster is returned from the field to the hand, even during the damage step... Well, there you go. That explains. Add a Battle Guard Rage or Battle Guard Howling from your deck to your hand. I think Battle Guard Howling is low-key one of the most, like, insane, like, generic type supports in the game, and it's never really been played because there hasn't really been a reason to play it. But I'll double-check what it does in a sec, because I think it's pretty good. And then you can change a face-up monster on the field to face-down defense position. Okay, so you can add... For going first, you can get one of the trap cards, and going second, you can book a monster. That's kind of decent. And we got a trap card here called Double Die. Now you get to die twice. God, you're so lucky. Activate one of these cards. If you control no monster, special level 4 warrior from your deck. Okay, I mean, it's a trap card though, so... Target a warrior you control, special summon an earth warrior with an equal or lower level from your deck or graveyard. Bro, like, why wasn't this just like a spell? Okay, E-Telly for like level 4 warrior probably would be a little bit ridiculous. I don't know, man. It's a trap card. Like... It would be too broken as a spell, but not good enough as a trap. I don't know. All right, let's double check what these Battle Guard cards do again, because I think Battle Guard Howling is like a Drowning Mirror Force. Target a face-up monster, inflict damage to your opponent when they declare an attack, and then return it to the hand. Yeah, so it's kind of like a Compulse on attack, and then there's Battle Guard... What was that, Rage? Battle Guard Rage. This one is target a warrior, it gains 1,000. Monster destroy a battle with it, return to the hand instead of going to the grave. When that monster leaves the field, destroy this card. They're not that good. Unlucky. They're not that good. Is there more? There's more! Void Burial, the Dragon Undertaker. Oh, it's an illusion monster. Holy. Okay. If this card, it's a level 10 Dark Illusion. If this card battles a monster, neither can be destroyed by that battle. That's just the usual, what's it called, effect, right? Yeah, so that's standard. During the main phase, if a monster your opponent controls is sent to the grave, activate the following effects based on where this card is at activation. Hand, special, or field, make an effect monster your opponent controls lose 15, and then if its attack becomes 0, destroy it. Is this supposed to tie into the Reptile beat? No, I don't think so. If during the main, if a monster your opponent controls is sent to the grave, activate the following effect based on where it was on location. I don't really know what you would play this in. Just illusion stuff, I suppose. Is illusion like a pile deck with chimeras? I suppose it really is just like a thing that you run in Chimera with like the branded thing, right? Okay, that's actually pretty good then. Wait, so this is actually low-key kind of decent. During the main phase, if monster your opponent controls is sent to the graveyard. Wait, but can you use it on your opponent's turn? Yeah, you can, right? Okay, that's not bad actually. The type is getting slowly better and better. I mean, don't, you know, careful what you wish for, because remember how bad like Cybers and stuff was initially, and Pendulum, and then, you know, they made the right cards and suddenly we regretted. All right, we've got Aiza, the Dragoness of Deranged Devotion. I think I read this one already, but I'll read it anyway because it's really funny. If this card is special summoned, you can place a deranged counter on a face-up monster your opponent controls, and it cannot be used for material for stuff. At the start of damage step, this battles opponent's monster with a deranged counter. Destroy that monster, and if you do, both players take damage equal to its original attack, and destroy this card at the end of the battle phase. Absolutely unhinged card. It's literally in the name. Oh, is this a generic 2? Oh god, generic Link 2s, man. No. Haggard Lizard Dose. Link to Water Reptile, 800 attack, bottom and right. 2 monsters with different names. Banish a monster from your face-up field or grave with 2k or less attack. And then target a face-up monster in the field. Make its attack become equal to the original attack of the monster banished to activate this effect. Then if you banish the monster originally a reptile, draw a card. I feel like that first effect is completely irrelevant, right? Like, it's probably part of the new, what's it called, deck that you're supposed to use this in? Like, you essentially just use it as, like, a bonus draw, and then you can trigger one of your banish guys after you've banished, I suppose. Free banish for the Nemesis engine? Oh, Jesus, shut up. Don't say that. Oh, no, don't tell me that. Because right now it seems kind of underwhelming. But it puts things in your banishment, and it triggers the Raikas, I think they're called, right? Okay. All right. I think that's it. Real quick, before I leave, anyone want to admit they have a crush on me, or tell me if there's any new cards? Because we keep getting new ones, like, every second here live. Is there actually more? Oh my god, yes, there is. There's more. Yes, there's more. Okay. Lords of Hell, Trinities, and the Divine Right of Kings. What is this? Oh, just a bad joke. Okay, 3 as 1. We've got the Twerking Oyamas. That was weird. Don't record that. During your opponent's end phase, if the combined number of cards they control and in their hand is greater than the combined number of cards you control and in your hand, special 3 normal monsters from your graveyard. My number of cards they control and in their hand is greater than the combined number of cards you control and your hand. Okay, so if they just have more cards, you can special 3 normal monsters from your graveyard. Banish this from your grave and then target 3 monsters you control with different names. Set a spell and trap directly from the deck that mentions all 3 of those cards' original names. Okay, so fun fact earlier, because we saw the blurry, like, half-translated card. You'd think that this is, like, Ojama support. But unironically, this can special summon people running about, oppressed people, and the third one I forgot the name of. And you can search Huge Revolution, which is a trap card Delta Hurricane, basically, right? You can also search Delta Hurricane. But yeah, kind of a funny gimmicky card. You're never actually going to use this in anything. United Resistance, that's the one. All right, the new boss monster of the Memento, they have a new fusion monsters. Again, this was one that we weren't really sure about the effect, but it seems it's been confirmed now. It's an Earth Illusion fusion. You can only use first, second, and third of this card's name once per turn. It requires 3 monsters as a fusion monster, by the way. 3 Mementos, pretty generic. It's been a while since I read Mementos. Is this easy to summon, chat? Yes or no? I don't remember. Let's keep reading. If this card is fusion summoned, send ? Memento card from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard. Okay, so I think the image is too blurry and no one has actually managed to confirm this. But that question mark, people thought is 5. We don't know yet 100% if it actually is 5, if it's been confirmed. But apparently you can just mill 5 from your deck to the graveyard. Just 5 Memento monsters. So it's Snake Rain on legs. Quick effect. Target the same number of mementos you control and cards your opponent controls, destroy them. Non-targeting, quick effect, destruction, kind of nuts. Banish this from your grave and add a memento from your deck to your hand. All right. Yeah, that's, this is absolutely insane. I don't know if it's going to make mementos a tier 1 deck, but if you can just summon this guy like it's your job and it's really easy, it might actually be a pretty powerful deck. A pretty powerful rogue deck. So yeah, Memento's getting a pretty crazy boss monster. And one final card here. I'm just going to say, I told you. If you watched my trap card video, you know exactly what's going on here. This is a normal trap card. It doesn't have a name apparently, and it hasn't been translated. You can only activate one card with this name per turn. If your opponent controls a card, you can activate this card from your hand. So it's literally infinite impermanence. When a card or effect is activated that includes an effect that adds a card from deck to the hand, for the rest of this duel after this card is activated from the hand resolves, you cannot activate Dark Water and... Whoa, this card is very different to the original translation. Okay, so you can... It's a trap card you can use from the hand. You can Ash Blossom your opponent, and for the rest of this duel, after this card is activated from the hand resolves, you cannot activate Dark Water and Fires. Also negate the activation, and if you have a trap in your grave, you can destroy it. A little bonus effect if your opponent, if you have a trap card in your graveyard. So if you are playing a trap deck, you get a bonus effect. My opinion is that this is not a good enough bonus effect. If you have trap cards in your graveyard, you're playing a trap deck, you should be given like a little bit more. But anyway, it is just a hand trap that, assuming this translation is correct, if you use it as a hand trap, you can't use Dark Waters and Fires, which is a significant portion of the meta currently. For the rest of this duel, by the way. Did they just... I feel like this card, when it was designed, they went on, like, the win ratio database of, like, Master Duel or, like, all a bunch of, like, you know, event results, and they typed in, like, highest win rate monsters, and they found that statistically the monsters with the highest win rates were, like, Dark monsters and Fires and Waters. So they were like, okay, those are the best decks. Let's make it so that those decks cannot use it. But anyway, we don't know 100% if this translation is correct. Effects are from a pixel-crushed YouTube video, so please err on the side of caution. These cannot be confirmed. All right. Hopefully, I'm not spreading misinformation on the internet. Gosh, I would hate to spread misinformation on the internet. You know me. But yeah, this is your new cards, a whole bunch here. Sorry the video ended up being so long, but I mean, there's just 1,000 new cards to check out. Let me know your thoughts about them in the comment section down below. Like, subscribe to this channel if you want more generic highlight stuff. And, oh god, there's more! Are you trolling? Oh my god. They just keep coming! Wait, what is this? Okay, is this like a new rarity? Reminder the set's core theme is Millennium Exodia. Okay, we've seen these before. This is the most important thing here. Oh my god, a shiny Exodia. Dragon of Pride and Soul. And now, all art fallen of Albaz. This is very important, okay? We had to keep, you know, doing the video here because this is breaking news, okay? Arabic Albaz, Bobby's Albaz. Inshallah, we will perform a fusion summon and not get Ash Blossomed. We have literally, like, resorted to becoming religious in order to protect our branded fusion. That's how down bad they are, dude. Masterful Magician, reprint for Japanese stores for tournaments, Rush Duel cards, and I think that's about it. Okay. Please tell me that's it. Is there any more? Is there any more, like, breaking news? New imports? I think we saw these ones. Yeah, we saw the imports at the very start. Okay, that's it. No more breaking news. All right, now we can finally end the video. Comment, like, subscribe. Until next time, thank you everyone for watching, and adios! Peace.